Chinese New Year! 三语快乐，恭喜发财! In this episode, we have two special guests here that's falling asleep. This is Charlie and this is Cooper. And in this episode, we're going to make this red date cake for Chinese New Year, also known as 1,000 layers red date cake. But I only made 4 layers, and to save more time, I also used the pressure cooker to steam the cake. But if you don't have a pressure cooker, you can just use a conventional way to steam as well. And this is super healthy because I'm not using any sugar. I'm just using more red dates, and I'm just going to use the natural flavor of the red dates. So it will be very healthy and, again, guilt-free. So let's get started. First, we will wash and dry our red dates. Then using a pair of scissors, I'm going to half the red date and then remove the pit from the middle. Add your red dates into the pressure cooker and then add 500 milliliters of water. Then close the lid and then set the pressure cooker on high and set for 10 minutes. And when it's done, we're going to do a quick release. And when the pin drops, it means it's safe to open the lid. Now we're going to let the red dates and the water cool down before we throw everything into the blender. Here I'm using the Blend Tech. It's so powerful, it's going to parade everything beautifully. Probably even with the pit, but with the pit it's going to be poisonous, so it's best to take it out. By the way, this is not a sponsored video. I just love my Blend Tech and I use it every day. Any other blenders would be fine too. Now sift through your red dates puree, otherwise it'll be very gritty. Look how smooth this is. It looks like baby food. Then in a separate mixing bowl filled with 300 milliliters of water, we're going to add half a box of water chestnut flour, which is 125 grams or 3/4 cup. Then we're going to add 30 grams of tapioca starch, which is equivalent to 3 tablespoons plus 1 teaspoon. Mix well, and then we're going to gradually add our red date puree. Mix well. Then we're going to pass our mixture through a sieve one more time. Honestly, my mixture is pretty smooth already. If I'm lazy, I could omit this step, but I'll just have to make sure to discard the last bit of the mixture if there are clumps settled at the bottom. Then I'm going to spray my cake pan with cooking oil, or you can grease it with a brush as well. Now pour a quarter of the batter into your pan. Then in your pressure cooker, add about 1 inch of water in a steaming rack and your pan that's covered with tin foil, and then cover it with a lid. So same thing, pressure cook on high and set it for 5 minutes. And then we're going to quick release the pressure. And when the pin dropped, we can open the lid safely. And then I'm going to use a pair of chopsticks to remove the tin foil. And then I'm going to add another quarter of the mixture to it. Make sure you stir well before you do that. Basically, we're repeating this 4 times until we get 4 layers. And for every layer, we're going to steam it for 5 minutes. And hey, don't forget to cover it with tin foil before you steam it. Now, if you don't have a pressure cooker, you can steam it with a conventional way. Add 1 inch of water into your wok and a steaming rack, and then your pan, and then cover it with a lid. And then for every layer, steam it for 20 minutes. Alright, this is my last layer. To test to see if it's done, we're going to poke it with a toothpick, and if it comes up clean, then it's cooked through. And when the cake is completely cooled down, we're going to use a knife to run through the side of the cake and then gently push out the cake. And there's the birth of our red day cake. Then we're going to cut it nicely into squares or rectangular or diamond shapes, whatever you like. Now I just want to show you the layers. It's not 1,000 layers because, who honestly has that time? And you can still clearly see the 4 distinct layers, and it's just as beautiful. it's time to taste test our red day cake. No, only for me. The perfect sweetness for the Asian sweet tooth. Not too sweet. It's just sweet enough, and it's very refreshing. I love the fragrant flavor from the red dates, and it's a little bit bouncy. It's not chewy, but it's a little bit bouncy. And at the end of the whole thing, it kind of just slides down your throat. So it's very good. I really like it. And I love that it's sugar-free. It's very healthy. So give it a try. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Oh, and one more thing. If you can't finish it all in one day, store the remaining pieces in the fridge in an airtight container, and the next day you will just have to re-steam it and let it cool down completely. You kind of want the moisture to evaporate. Otherwise, if it's too wet, it gets kind of mushy. So yeah, it's good for 3 days. Anything else? No, I don't think so. So I hope you guys will have a fantastic time with your friends and family. Happy Chinese New Year again, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. It's about to fall asleep. Oh, poor baby. Go to bed here. Hello. Hello. What's going on here? I mean, I've never given them any human food, so they've never begged. They're really good dogs, but they're making my cake look really sad. They have zero interest. Hello. It's just fallen asleep right beside my cake. Can't complain. They're well trained. Very good dogs. Very good. All right, well, good night. And Happy New Year. Bye-bye.